Minecraft Kids content is absolutely terrifying. This was posted 6 days ago. Like, know a bunch of, like, there's, like, a bunch of, like, stuff about, like, YouTube Kids and stuff. Like, some of this is absolutely ridiculous. Like, if you remember, like, ElsaGate and stuff, like, that is downright terrible. Like PDFs, like, literally, like, commenting on, like, kid stuff. Like, what? So I assume your friend Oka streams at 5. Okay. So, like, whew. That is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna jump right into that. Let's see. So wait, dear YouTube manual reviewer, this video is made here until latest. Okay, this is just for, like, so it doesn't get nuked, basically.
Here we go again.
Uh-oh. Like, I still think, like, YouTube Kids was a mistake. Or, like, it needs a massive overhaul. Yeah, it's late, like... Like, that YouTube Kids needs a massive overhaul.
Minecraft Kids content is among some of the most popular and profitable niches on the YouTube platform, and has been ever since the game came out. It's what I, and probably you, if you're watching this video, consumed in some capacity growing up. However...
No. I actually grew up on an... I grew up on a... What is it? I grew up on, like, a German Minecraft Let's Play. That was the shit back then. That was amazing. So, like, my Minecraft memories were not tainted by YouTube Kids.
Somewhere along the way, things changed, and what once was a community filled with wholesome YouTubers, mostly, who made their content with good morals and intentions in mind, has now been almost completely overrun by selfish vultures who abuse this niche daily, spitting out low-effort, mind-numbing slop content that constantly exposes their viewers to all...
I hate the fact that it is... Oh, hi, Itsu. You saw this video before. You grew up on Stampy and popular MMOs. Okay. When did it get acceptable to produce slop for kids? When did that get acceptable? I think it is an absolute crime how the Minecraft movie looks. This should have been much more, like, in the similar vein as the Mario movie, and not what it looks like right now. This should have been fully animated. Maybe it should have been, like, people at first, like, starting out as, like, it should have started out as, like, regular people, and people step through the portal, and then they become, like, all blocky and stuff. I would have much rather preferred that. Also, this is really hyper-sexualized. I'll just see that. This is kids' content? Ugh.
all sorts of shocking, violent, and sexually suggestive imagery for a few extra clicks.
Ew. Yeah, YouTube Kids needs an overhaul.
All of this was covered in my previous video on the subject. However, what I didn't mention was that I left a lot of things out in that video. Disgusting, things that probably would have gotten my channel completely demonetized. But after seeing the overwhelming support for my last video, and the infinite amount of people commenting,
you grew up on Disney, mostly Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
I feel
I remember that as well.
To the bottom of this rabbit hole, a rabbit hole worse than you and I could have ever imagined.
Why would we just funk, like, I was supposed to react, not jam to music.
But first, allow me to introduce today's sponsor, Opera GX. It's no secret that my videos, including this one, take hundreds of hours of editing to produce. And in order to keep me
sorry, brother. I will be skipping that.
Guys, you ready to have the scariest night of our lives?
I'm good with that sponsorship. Thank you.
Let's figure out where to go first.
The video you just watched is from a channel called AFMAO. AFMAO is one of the many content
21 million! 20. Did I just see that? 21 million subs? Jesus. Spyware, yeah. Opera. And like, I also don't like the social media presence. Sometimes.
creators on this platform who makes Minecraft videos specifically cater towards a very young audience.
Very
Upon
young.
first glance, this content might seem pretty cringeworthy, and that's because it is. I was originally going to make this comparison to the Minecraft YouTubers I watched growing up, but honestly, especially compared to them, this content is very hard to watch. But despite this, there's still one reason all of these channels, old and new, have stuck to and continue to churn out family-friendly orientated Minecraft content: money. While you and I may never
I mean,
watch
yeah,
an
I mean,
AFMAO
it makes sense. Like, if it works, why change it? So I kind of see why you would continue to like make content like this. If it works, don't change it. Don't fix something that's not broken. We should tell the game developers.
video in our lives,
You watch their
there's
old
clearly
content?
a massive younger audience for it, not necessarily on YouTube, but rather its subsidiary app, YouTube Kids. In a census done back in 2021, the United States government discovered that around 75% of households with children under the age of 5 owned some sort of tablet for their kids. And in 2023,
I have a hot take. I will try and not have my kid like my kid will not have like a tablet, a personal or anything, or like a phone at least like until like 5th grade. Because I got my first phone like 5th grade, and it was like a really cheap like phone with like it wasn't old as Sony Ericsson. So like yeah. Yeah, she seems very popular. But yeah, it's mostly kids.
it was reported that YouTube Kids had over 600 million individual downloads, with that number growing
This is gonna be the next generation. Oh god. So many kids watching brain rot.
exponentially each year. Unfortunately, it's becoming increasingly common nowadays for newer parents to rely on apps like this as a way to keep their child entertained without having to put in any actual effort, letting them sit and watch hours of content unsupervised under the guise that it's a completely safe way for them to consume content. And the result?
I didn't have a like quote unquote like smartphone, like anything that had like touch. I didn't have that until like 7th or 8th grade. And then when I got like in 9th grade, I had like some of like I don't know if you remember like Windows Phone, like the Microsoft soft phones, like those. I had like one of those. And then like I got an actual like Android and stuff.
Channels like AFMAO earning almost 500 million views and millions of dollars each month. Fortunately for us, AFMAO is one of the better examples out of this whole niche. She does things by the books, and aside from it being a little cringy, their content is educational, suitable, and safe for kids.
That is. Hey, that's cool. Yeah, but then that's not a problem. If she does it the right way, sure.
AFMAO School, on the other hand, is absolutely unacceptable. They too make Minecraft related videos targeted towards children. However, the methods in which they gain their views are a little different.
So it's
a reliable and
so it's a different channel, not the same person.
trustworthy brand that both parents and the young viewers who watch can trust, they resort to imitating an already well-known and trustworthy family-friendly content creator and uploading content that uses their.
What are these thumbnails, dude? What are these thumbnails, dude? You got yours in 6th grade, and you think it was a Nokia. Yeah, like we like Nokia's were like indestructible. That meme still holds true to this day.
Original characters in all sorts of sexually suggestive or
What the fuck are these thumbnails, man?
straight up
I don't like
violent
where this is
ways
going.
for shock value in order to get more clicks. This manipulative strategy tricks the YouTube algorithm into recommending them alongside videos of the real content creator they're impersonating, sometimes resulting in these fake videos gaining millions more views than the original. I mean, this channel alone
What?
has made roughly over $100,000 in just a short year and a half they've been posting content. They also have 118,000 subscribers, which is more than me, so please subscribe.
Oh, shameless plug.
And of course, Athmail's school is just one small example of the many perpetrators who make money this way. Pretty much
What the
every
hell?
Minecraft kids YouTuber you can think of has one, if not multiple, of these garbage-filled impersonation channels made using their brand, all of which are individually
Just like
made with
imagine, like somebody makes money of like impersonating you, and like it's not like it's all the same person, and like it's not even like a little bit. It's like this imposter can probably like they could easily become already been a millionaire at this point.
the sole purpose of generating insane amounts of money, inadvertently exposing a plethora of disgusting and inappropriate themes in
Man.
their content to millions of unexpecting children, included but not limited to
Violence, nudity, SA, mutilation. What the hell? What the? Wow.
But it's okay. I have a gun. We just tied you to the bed. Just don't shout and everything will be fine.
We're going to the girl's house. We knock them out and then tie them to the bed. We take
Hmm. I don't quite understand like what your point is. Like, how do you go from like what? I just realized Germany wouldn't have a bad reputation from the US because Hitler was born? Okay. Why do they sound like that? That's a good question.
and cut their clothes.
Oh!
But like I said, I've already discussed this before in my previous video. However, what I was very stupid to neglect at the time
okay.
is that long-form video isn't the only form of media a person can consume on this platform, with
The
other
short-form brain rot.
obviously being YouTube Shorts, to which I've come to learn not only has all of the same problems, but for a myriad of reasons, is actually so much worse. By doing as little as searching up Minecraft in the YouTube search bar, we can find a plethora
Yes,
of different
Mikadoodle.
channels
I didn't
posting
quite
these
understand what
quote-unquote
like
Minecraft
you want from me.
animations in the
Maybe
Shorts
autotype,
tab,
yeah.
all with preview images that, if left uncensored, would probably get this video demonetized, and all
True.
with tens,
What the hell?
sometimes hundreds of millions of views each.
A
The main difference between
130. 130 million views. That's wild.
between anything I've talked about in the past and these quote-unquote Minecraft animation shorts is the way in which the content gets recommended to viewers. As mentioned previously, the most common strategy for these fake quote-unquote family-friendly channels to lure in new viewers is to create the most shocking and attention-grabbing title and thumbnail they can, whether that be by using gruesome, violent, or sexually suggestive imagery, in order to
The
stand
fuck?
out in the viewer's recommendation feed in comparison.
What the hell? What the hell? That is interesting. Very interesting. You used to be in the Minecraft animation community? Okay. I mean, you can do a lot of cool things with that.
into other videos, subsequently resulting in more clicks, more views, and more money. After all, that's the only reason they
I hope so. I hope so that this is not this kind of content yet. Yeah, you know the Skyrim like Gen Alpha slang brain rot video. That when I saw that the first time, that is so funny.
even exist in the first place.
That was so
However,
funny.
YouTube Shorts work a little differently, since YouTube limits their shorts to a maximum length of only 60 seconds, as well as having no support for custom thumbnails. These channels instead lure the viewers in with the actual content of the video. And yeah, very quickly it becomes
Yeah, like what
these
else would you do?
quote-unquote animations are
Really?
just straight softcore
Really?
pornography, using Minecraft to mask itself as family-friendly content to bypass.
So this is basically like the Minecraft version of like Twitch thoughts. Is it that basically? Is that what it is?
its algorithm to get, like I said, tens, sometimes hundreds of millions of views each.
26
Not to
million
mention the
views,
fact that these
1.1
channels
million likes.
specifically abuse the system and take advantage of the way YouTube Shorts are set up. Everyone knows that YouTube Shorts has this sort of doom scroll / infinite scroll interface, where instead of giving the viewer a bunch of random recommendations and then allowing them to specifically choose what kind of content they want to consume, the app practically just shoves a bunch of random videos in the viewer's face without a choice, and no matter how much they
That explains, because I uploaded shorts, so that would explain as to why, like, when you look at like what like my shorts are connected to, they are not connected to like what the content is. So I guess that makes like, I guess that makes sense. That explains why my like what people are getting recommended to. And completely uncensored Minecraft corn video. But the funny part is, I have seen actual porn on YouTube before it got taken down. I've seen stuff on TikTok as well, and I've seen stuff on Twitter, on like Twitch as well, where it got like instantly removed.
might not be
At least
interested,
that happened.
They will always watch at least a small portion of it before scrolling away. Channels like 11.3 know this, and that's why they made sure to put Minecraft characters that look like this in the very first second of each video. It's not even like they're trying to hide it. This channel, Alex and Steve Animation, which has 5.3 million subscribers,
Like channel profile picture is already a red flag. Just saying.
1.6 billion views. Not only does the exact same thing, but they also have a direct link to a Patreon account that creates fully NSFW drawings and videos.
That's wild. That is wild. Yeah, I don't think this is for kids, to be fair. That's like, that content is for Minecraft gooners. I mean, I don't watch adult content anymore, so like, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know like about Minecraft porn. Auto type change the name. Okay.
Accessible by anybody with just one click. The craziest thing is, this isn't even the first time someone's spoken out about these issues.
Okay.
A handful of creators have already made similar videos, both calling out YouTube on this massive problem, as well as encouraging their audience to mass report any bad channels they've mentioned.
You know why YouTube won't do anything? Because goddamn, look at that revenue. Because like that brings a lot of people to their platform. So why would they change that even?
But every time, YouTube manually demonetizes and shadow bans the video and the algorithm, specifically for showcasing clips of all the nasty things these channels upload. In fact, friend of
Yeah, like I said, they wouldn't like that criticism. They also wouldn't remove those because they know like that gives the platform a lot of like attention and money.
The channel and fellow YouTuber the Mr. Epic uploaded 2 separate videos calling out these channels to YouTube while taking the extra step to manually blur and censor anything that might be considered non-advertiser friendly. Yet still, despite his best efforts, both videos would get demonetized. All the while, the original content that was being used
and the manual review obviously got denied. I hate these scummy practices of YouTube. And now YouTube also starts to go after VTubers. Because, like, Iron Mouse got nuked. Her main channel is gone. Probably. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe there's material for a lawsuit. I have no idea.
His video, and all of the channels related to it are not only still active.
I mean, if like somebody would like probably like attempt to sue them. Remember, this is the United States, so you can the more money somebody has, the more easy it'd probably get to win in court. So probably the reason as to why nobody picked a bone with YouTube over this is probably due to nobody having enough money to actually like get through this. What is a gooner? I'm not gonna explain that. Find that out yourself. I have it in my head, but like I would to look up the definition for it. Oh, yeah, I thought that it was this. I'm not gonna explain it. I'm not gonna explain it. I refuse. You have to look it up yourself.
Fully monetized as well. So basically, I'm just wondering what happened with those 2 videos that got demonetized. Can you kind of explain the situation around that?
First one, which I uploaded last year, that one was demonetized after about, I think, 2 days. Interestingly, what happened was, rather than the video just outright being like a stop being pushed,
okay,
episode, it actually like did this weird thing I haven't seen before, where it like intentionally blurred the thumbnail. I hadn't seen that happen before, but I was like, oh well, that sucks. The second video I then uploaded, which was only a few months ago now, I was a lot more careful. Like I went out of my way to censor it even more. Interestingly, this time I actually got more information because I had like a partner manager who I got around the time, and he gave me an update saying that basically it was the thumbnail once again, despite.
So like basically, YouTube just blurs thumbnails. That's kinda not good.
Me obviously censoring it more than
like I didn't even know like YouTube could do that. I just learned a new thing. I didn't know YouTube was able to like blur thumbnails, but I guess, or like that they do that. Like it makes sense that they would be able to do so, but like that they can do that. That's new.
Original thumbnails, but also this 1 2-second clip of like, I don't even know what characters they are. They're like some weird like kids characters in like a somewhat provocative looking position from another YouTube video, mind you. Yeah. And that was basically it. And this was after a human reviewer plus my partner manager pushing to get it age restricted, and then nothing could change. So yeah. And
at this point, you may be wondering why. Why would YouTube, despite obviously having the resources
money
and ability to do so, still not take any action?
I'm gonna say it in the words of Mr. Krabs. Money.
At the same time, actively silence anyone who decides to speak out and make a video about it. Well, we can't be certain, but my personal theory is that YouTube has been aware of it the whole time.
Cleanse your eyeballs. I need a lot. I need a lot more. I need a lot more to like cleanse my eye sockets. Like bleach my eyes out. Like wash them, remove them, put them in the washing
Think
machine.
about it. These channels generate billions of views and, by proxy, an unfathomable amount of money. This revenue is generated entirely from the money advertisers pay to have their ads displayed on these videos, which honestly can be a problem in itself. I'm sure Apple would be just delighted to know that their ad is getting placed on a video and where a popular children's character gets buried alive. Like, what? YouTube splits this ad revenue with the creator, giving 55% of the share to them and keeping 45% for themselves.
Like I said, money, because like if that actually like, yeah, now you know what a gooner is. If they were to like make this public and say, yeah, people are doing that on our platform and it is a problem. Yeah, goodbye advertisers, bye bye, good luck.
Once you start to factor in the hundreds of other channels uploading the same inappropriate content that simply haven't been documented yet, most likely thousands if we include the accounts outside of the Minecraft niche posting the same, if not even worse content with other
That went from Minecraft to furry real quick.
well-known characters. You can start to paint the picture of why YouTube theoretically
That went from Minecraft to
it makes up a small
furry
but
real quick.
notable chunk of their revenue each year. In YouTube's eyes, throwing all morals, ethics, and damage this content is inflicting on the millions of children who use this platform every single day, getting rid of it means that YouTube would be passing up a significant amount of money, and we all know they would never do that.
YouTube ads are getting worse, so YouTube is testing server-side ads on YouTube, which means that instead of using an ad blocker on YouTube...
As far as I have heard now, they can, like... they can basically, like nuke you with ads while you're pausing. Apparently YouTube can do that now. Or, like, they're able to do so. But they're also releasing a good feature. They're releasing something called hype. Is it called hype? Well, like you can hype up like small creators. The problem is it's for people that have 500 subs to 500,000 subs. Yeah, small creators have no chance of getting that.
Bypass the annoying ad that you get, you're going to be forced to watch it.
So instead, they decided to take the much easier route of ignoring the problem for as long as possible.
My ad blocker still works, and it's been the one that works the longest for now.
Knowing they
it is still alive, it is surviving.
Their algorithm or something like that. Oh, we had no idea this was such a big problem. It's just an issue with our algorithm. And quietly rake in massive amounts of money while simultaneously silencing individual creators who make videos attempting to expose and raise awareness.
What kind of excuses? What kind of excuse is that? They shouldn't be able to post this, like, they should not be able to even post this content onto the website. Like, what kind? It's the algorithm. Like, what is this kind of, like, excuse? You checked it and now you wanna leave the world? Understandable. I started heavily drinking after the Hypnotis Sappho situation, looking that up. Time to use all of that of my old accounts, true and real.
About this issue, because unfortunately, we are a much smaller and easier target to deal with.
If my videos, which are like more censored than the ones online, are getting flagged, and the human reviewer is saying that, hey, this is not appropriate, we can't have this, and how are like complete full channels allowed to exist, right? Like they need to fix their human review system and either allow
it's just
my
money.
content,
That's
or they need
the
to
harsh
block
truth.
other
It is
content
just
that
money.
I've increasingly censored, right? Like it can't be this weird middle ground where somehow my videos are being censored yet the other ones are not.
Collateral damage. That doesn't look good.
In my previous video, I touched on the proven and lasting side effects that watching this content from such a young age can do to an individual in the long term. Multiple studies have proven that children's ages 0 to 8, the primary target of both YouTube Kids and these channels, are in the most formative years of their life. Everything they do, learn, and consume in these years play a huge part into shaping.
True. I worked with kids a year ago, and These little guys are super impressionable. Like they will like take the personality of like the teachers. They like take the personality sometimes of like the people, other people that are working there, like the habits and stuff. Like they are super impressionable. And imagine like having your kid watching this stuff all the time. Just imagine that.
The type of person they'll be for the rest of their lives. This is why traditional kids programming such as PBS Kids always ends with a positive, educational, and age-appropriate lesson being learned. It's because all shows on the network are specifically designed to support a child's development in these crucial years and promote healthy, positive behavior as seen in their official educational guidelines. But you know what platform isn't properly regulated and is quickly becoming more popular than traditional programming? YouTube and YouTube Kids. Studies show that children exposed to violent and suggestive media at such a young age can develop lasting trauma and create serious damage to the development of the brain.
True. That is true. This age group is also the most vulnerable for divorce, by the way.
And that's exactly what's reflected in the comments of my last video. Ever since I was 9, I've been exposed to sexual content on YouTube, and ever since then, my life has gotten a lot worse. I keep getting random headaches and can't focus on one thing for more than 60 minutes at a time. I've also had a lot of memory losses due to this content and have sadly developed an addiction. Not me, but my friend used to watch.
I got rid of my addiction, thankfully. But I also didn't did this started differently, so I can't comment on that. But I do assume that, well, most kids don't even use YouTube Kids. I mean, sure. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, in some part, probably, in some parts. To some degree, definitely. I don't think it's... I mean, I could have tested that if I asked the kids at the school I was working at. So maybe not. I do not know. We would need to look up have statistics over that. But yeah, I think that getting into other sexual content probably does have an effect.
Watch these videos. He developed a severe addiction. It took him months to stop. When I was little, a bunch of these Minecraft and LCD videos...
For some, it takes years to stop. It takes a huge toll for this addiction. Because, yeah. Clearly, it's definitely a problem, and, yeah, look at this. Elsa Gate has been mentioned. So, yeah, I understand, how this can influence kids, because I've been influenced.
From then, for 8 years, I am one who was exposed to this. This is an extremely big problem.
8 years! 8 years! And this was already detrimental to my health after, 2 years. How bad was this?
Messes with the mind. Bro, I used to watch this too, and it's given me horrible trauma and got me addicted to it. I just turned 18 a week ago, and YouTube back in 2016, 2017 messed me up in such a big way. I struggled with so much depression, and being exposed
this
to
reminds
so
me of
much
my
violent
problems.
content ruined my perception on myself and how I act subconsciously. And I've lost a lot of my most important years and lessons where I should have been properly taught about that stuff when I was ready. In their official blog post from February 2021, YouTube announced that the YouTube Kids app had over 35 million weekly users. Since then, the app has almost doubled its total number of downloads. So if we do a little bit of math here, accounting for both of these numbers and other things like trends and higher user engagement, this means that every day, the estimated 70 to 80 million users of this platform have a good chance of being exposed to these kinds of videos and then having to deal with the life-altering, long-lasting effects as a result.
For me, it didn't start at a young age. It started around 18. But I got rid of it. After 2 years, I got rid of it. I managed to get rid of it. And I have not watched stuff like that for 3 years, and I'm way better off. My life is way better. Let's just say that.
At first glance,
because it took absurd turns
The
eventually.
blame at the individual.
And I realized, yeah, it can't continue like this.
And while they are
I
definitely
stopped.
at fault here, I believe it's actually YouTube that should be held the most responsible. On any social media platform, there will always be malicious people looking to exploit the system for their own personal gain. However, as long as the platform is aware of this and actively tries to fix and prevent those exploits from happening, then the
That is
situation
something
can
I
be
do not need to
effectively.
know.
However, YouTube hasn't
Thank you, keep
exactly
that to
had
yourself.
the best track record of doing that. In 2017, parents began to complain that strange videos were popping up on YouTube
I'd say that got real weird for a second. That got real weird.
Kids. So lately, every time I go on YouTube, there's these really strange videos showing up on my trending page. I mean, they seem to be aimed at young kids, but they're super creepy and disturbing. These videos almost
like, oh,
always
man.
use what are
Yeah, the
otherwise
Elsa Gate
supposed
thing.
family-friendly
Remember that?
characters Such as Spider-Man and Elsa, doing a variety of blatantly inappropriate or disturbing things, but tagged in
Spider-Man also? Poor Spider-Man. Poor Spider-Man. Even Spider-Man gets abused for that. That's wild. I refuse to. I will not call it X. I will continue to call it Twitter. It will be Twitter forever.
in such a way
I
as
refuse to
circumvent
call it
YouTube's
X.
child safety
This will stay
algorithms
Twitter.
that appear on the homepage of YouTube Kids. This phenomenon would not go unnoticed, as more and more of these channels began to pop up, all with hundreds of millions of views each. The number of concerned parents complaining and demanding a fix from YouTube began to significantly increase, and eventually this disturbing trend would catch the attention of major news outlets who would also begin to raise their alarm bells.
Yeah, now
via
we have
a bunch of
Minecraft Gate.
extremely well-written articles.
If you ever let your child watch YouTube videos, we have got a warning for you. Some people are creating disturbing cartoons, making them appear kid-friendly, only to get your children to watch inappropriate content.
That's for our consumers.
All covering an event commonly referred to as Elsagate. Yet despite receiving mainstream attention,
Look
mass
at
reports
this. If I have ever have children, which is going to be very unlikely, I would be so scared that my kid would watch like content like that. That would scare the hell out of me.
and millions of individual complaints, YouTube did almost nothing to fix the situation. Until November 27th of that year, when in a BuzzFeed article, YouTube finally announced they were cracking down on the problem, removing over 150,000 of these inappropriate videos and demonetizing over 2 million more. Please note that
Imagine how long this took and how many videos there are. Well, the problem is great; they're demonetized, but the kids can still see them. So like, sure, they're not too bad, I
this
guess, but
announcement,
like,
while
I
positive
don't know.
and overall a pretty big win for the platform, just so happened to occur only 3 days after a bunch of major brands and advertisers
Lidl. I can't read that. Adidas and Mars. Okay.
had pulled out due to the entire scandal. YouTube, years later, would also get fined $170 million by the FTC, partially for having such a glaring issue with their quote-unquote kids content.
Guess like YouTube wants to do a round 2, I guess.
And child safety rules. As a result of this, YouTube would also update their guidelines to ban any inappropriate use of quote family entertainment characters, and also implement a brand new labeling system, forcing creators to decide whether or not their videos are made for kids. If a video is determined to be made for
I
kids,
hate that because it's all if you are a content creator, like I don't know, but for me it's always on yes. And like I always have to turn it on to no. That is so
it
annoying.
will lose a majority of features that normal videos have, such as the comment
And
section,
now it has like a little like text display, text option displayed where like is this like content that it has been changed, like AI and stuff, and like I have to also press those.
and most importantly, personalized ads and a majority of ad revenue. But if that's the case, then how are these channels, which are clearly targeted towards children, still able to make so much money? And the answer is about as simple as it is aggravating. To be honest, it really doesn't matter what option the creator chooses, as both types of content, even ones specifically marked as not for kids, actively get recommended through the YouTube Kids app, as long as the video looks family friendly enough in the eyes of the algorithm by loading
Yeah,
up the
that makes
thumbnail with
sense.
a bunch of bright colors
That makes sense.
and swapping out any potentially dangerous words like rape with prank or with love curse. It will get recommended.
Oh, that's a new one. The love. I'm not making love with someone. I'm making a love curse with someone. Oh. Doing the love curse. That is wild. My
Just the
god.
same. And there's a really easy way to prove this that you can do yourself. Just go to literally any of the channels I've mentioned so far,
The
click
love
on a random
curse.
video, and take a look at the engagement on the actual video. For example, this video has 213,000 views, yet only 1,100 likes and only 40 comments. This is because when you watch a video on YouTube Kids, it doesn't have any of the extra buttons or features. It only allows you to watch the video.
So in summer and like spring, bees are alcoholics.
But since the video is still coming from YouTube, it still counts as a view. And the only engagement that's actually getting left on the video is from other kids using the regular YouTube app, probably using their parents' account. And yeah, it's pretty easy to tell by the quality of the comments here. Kinda funny
Scary
how
monster.
even though YouTube implemented these supposed changes to make the platform safer, it appears it's now easier than ever to run one of these content farms. Due to its simple editing style,
Probably.
low production costs, hell, even the recent developments in AI technology, specifically for voice lines and text-to-speech, it's no problem for a single person with no moral compass.
True.
and
True.
free
A
time.
single person would be able to run these without any struggle, because like he can get the voices. That the person can get the voices. They can get like everything without much trouble. True.
To start operating a network of these channels, pumping out dozens of these videos a week, all while facing absolutely zero public repercussion or backlash and remaining completely anonymous. In other words, it's the perfect crime.
The perfect crime.
But let's take a step back for a
Super
moment
villains.
and explore a rather outlandish question. What if the owner actually wants to be found? This is Neil. For the sake of anonymity, that's obviously not his real name, but as you can probably guess by now, Neil makes a living by owning and operating one of these Minecraft Kids content farms. However, for many reasons we'll dive into shortly,
And it's
they might just
it's
be
Russian?
the worst of the worst. Because
The
it's
worst
one
of the
thing to
worst.
upload
Okay,
this
let's get into
disgusting
it.
content with the goal of monetary gain. But what's even more worrying and truly vile is owning channels like these, then trying to communicate with your audience and lure them off the site.
Why is every video I watch about child diddlers? Why? Why? Man.
Earlier this year, on January 26th, a YouTuber named The Beak uploaded a video showcasing his discovery of a very strange set of channels which impersonate characters from the Amazing Digital Circus, a very popular children's animated series on YouTube, which, for whatever reason, has absolutely taken off and garnered over 500 million views in just the first 2 full-length episodes. In other words, it's just another example of these channels exploiting familiar and trusted family-friendly characters.
I kind of like remember that clown chick. I don't know where, but she seems familiar.
For views, and tricking children into watching content that is all but family friendly. Let's take a quick look at what Neil thinks is acceptable to post.
Okay, bro, okay. Sure. Sure. Okay, bro, those thumbnails are wild. Nah. This is Gooner bait for kids. Okay, fine. Fine. The shit just gets worse. It just gets worse. now we've got SpongeBob. What the fuck are these thumbnails, dude? There's no way. If I used a thumbnail, they would kill me. They would immediately, like, they would murder me.
Every
Dear
single
God.
thumbnail, every single video on all of these channels completely violate YouTube's content guidelines. However, this isn't even the weirdest part. In his video, The Beak discovered that both of these channels advertised a link, which invited anybody who clicked on it the ability to directly message Neil on Telegram.
I don't know
Messaging
either of
platform
these
infamous for
shows,
its
the
overwhelming
series.
focus on privacy, with messages sent over there having end-to-end encryption and being, for the most part, completely untraceable. Yet, sometime after the Beak's video was posted, the owner suddenly removed these Telegram links and changed the contact email for both of the Pomni and Jack's channels. Interesting. Now, I'm not trying to assume
That's weird. That's weird.
the worst here, but I really can't find a reasonable explanation as to why an owner of multiple channels which make over-sexualized Minecraft content targeted towards very young children would ever need to include a direct messaging feature in their About Me section, and more importantly, why
Bro removed it before he got caught. And now he got caught anyways.
would they feel the need to delete the Telegram link almost immediately after being exposed about it? While assumptions can be made, we may never truly know the answer. I was still pretty curious about this Neil guy though, so I did a bit more digging around. Eventually, I had the idea to paste the channel's original email address into the YouTube search bar, which brought me to a whole bunch more of these channels that he owned, impersonating even more YouTubers like Afmao and Prison. Then I decided to try
There's
the
a whole
same
rabbit hole.
tactic with this new email and found yet another impersonation channel he owned which contains another sketchy link, this time leading to a Ko-fi page that sells NSFW content of their characters, which, of course, comes with another direct messaging feature. And
But the question is, would kids be able to pay for this? If you could trick like your parents, I mean, sure, probably. I don't know. Like, maybe. I guess under some circumstances it would be possible
just
for
to
kids get
confirm that
access to
despite all
18
the
plus
changes,
content.
these channels are still owned by the same person. They both use the exact same AI text-to-speech voices and music in their videos.
Pomni, please lather up with the washcloth and also.
I wonder if like that is NSFW content that he draws, or like it's just stolen art that he sells. I don't think either, but like you never know. Under some circumstances, I guess it would be possible. Like a smart kid would probably be able to do it, but then I doubt. I don't think so. Really hard, very rare. So it is like for adults. But like, why would he want to like talk specifically with adults then?
Okay,
That's
Jess,
also
you're already
weird.
very clean. You have no idea how long I've been waiting for this. Jump onto my bed and strip off all your clothes.
The thumbnails all have the
My brother in Christ, this is weird as hell.
exact same, very specific art style, as if, you know, they were commissioned by the same artist. The titles are all very similar, often using the same set of keywords across all channels, like what is he planning and what is he up to. Also, all of the channels were created roughly around the same time.
I guess this would be used to like get the attention of kids.
2023. It's a common theme for all of these YouTube automation people and content farms to start all of their channels at once, and that's exactly what happened here, with the Jax and Hasbin Hotel channel even being created on the same
Bro
day.
was on a mission.
And most importantly, the NSFW Ko-fi page has perks listed in Russian writing, which just so happens to be the exact same language Neil's real first name is displayed on his old Telegram link.
Bodine! Get that guy! You had hairy legs in 3rd grade. Kids nicknamed you Sasquatch. I had a beard very early on. I had a beard in like what? I had a beard, almost a full beard in like 6th grade, and I was called Wookie, Chewbacca. So I got the same treatment, just a little later.
Inappropriate imitation channels, wildly obscene thumbnails, abhorrent YouTube shorts, weird
Obscene
content
is not
moderators
even
that
like the right
advertise
word.
NSFW Patreons and direct messaging features, the long-repeated negligence of YouTube, and the result of it all, the potential danger and long-lasting mental health issues of millions of children around the world. This is the Minecraft Kids content rabbit hole. Yet one unanswered question remains. What does the end game of this issue look like? Will it ever reach a boiling point? Will YouTube ever
I guess if
step
YouTube
in?
gets
And
sued
how do we
again,
fix this?
I guess.
Well, I think either A, that too many of the people making the videos will end up getting falsely flagged or demonetized, and then they just stop making the videos because they can't make money from it anymore, or B, it somehow gets like significant media attention to the point where they actually decide to take action. Because I feel like right now, no one really knows about this stuff or really cares, right? You never hear about it. So I think those are the two options. I don't think anything's really going to change because I feel like they don't have any reason to change anything, right?
Yeah, pretty much what I said. Either they get sued again and change it, or like nothing happens.
And there it is. YouTube, at this current moment, throwing all morals and ethics aside, has no reason to change or fix this issue. Not exactly the resolution you and I were probably hoping for, but unfortunately, it's the honest truth. If you're somehow a parent or sibling of someone who might be at risk of this content, my best advice would be to simply monitor what they're watching online. And if that's too hard,
Pretty
just
much, what
delete
else
the
can
app
you do?
entirely and let them
There's
watch,
not
like,
much you can
Arthur or
do.
something, I don't know. And lastly, thank you for watching.
Yeah, that's the end of the video. That was a very interesting video, and it's good that people call this stuff that, oh, that's definitely important.